Hello everybody, welcome to another pick a card reading. Today's reading we're going to ask, what have your dreams been trying to tell you? So we'll look at the purpose of your dreams, why they choose to present themselves to you currently. We'll also ask for the meaning of your dreams, maybe we'll look into what specifically you've been dreaming about. And then we'll also ask for advice from your dreams in which you can use in your waking life. Okay, and so we have 3 piles. We have amethyst. Next we have green calcite for group 2. And lastly, we have black tourmaline. Okay, so feel free to pause the video if you need some time. You can check the timestamps below for your group. Alright, and I'll see you there. Hello to those who have chosen group 1, the first group, or the amethyst crystal here. This is going to be your reading on what your dreams are trying to tell you. Okay, focus. So amethyst is tapping into our third eye chakra, our seat of intuition, the place where you know before you know. So these first 3 cards in the top row will let us know what the purpose of your dreams at this time. So why are your dreams being presented to you currently? And these bottom 3 cards represent messages from your dreams. What are your dreams actually trying to tell you? And these 2 cards over here on the side are extra advice that you can take away from your dreams. Okay, so starting with the first row here, the purpose of your dreams. Why are you having your dreams? The dreams that you are having. So the purpose of your dreams is to bring you back to your purpose. So it's either bring you back to your purpose or help you realize your purpose. Perhaps you're undecided or you're not sure, and the dreams you're having are showing up to sort of empower you to explore, but most of all to commit to something, to finally decide on what your purpose in your life is, in this current human life is. So yeah, with sacred contract, you may be presented with offers or an opportunity, or maybe multiple offers and opportunities, and you're not too sure which to take, or maybe some of those offers is actually really great on paper, However, there's still some doubt that you may have, and you're not sure if this is fulfilling your purpose, because you're not sure what your purpose is, or it's not defined. And so the purpose of your dreams, the reason you are having the dreams you are having, is to sort of like nudge you to make a decision. And I'm getting that, we're not at the messages yet, but I'm getting that Spirit is saying, whatever you decide, you'll be okay. And with crown games here, right use of power, it's like by having the option to choose, like your choices is yes or no, right? Whether you accept this opportunity or contract. Again, it can apply to a relationship too, just whatever the opportunity is in your life. The purpose of your dreams is to remind you that you have the power just because you can choose. And when there's power, there's responsibility, right? And so perhaps that's where your dilemma is that it's hard for you to commit to something, to accept something, because you know that there is a responsibility in whatever you choose, whether you choose to go for something or to walk away from it. And your dreams, the purpose of your dreams is to tell you that regardless, there will be consequences. There will always be consequences to whatever you choose. And so your purpose is to discern and choose from a place of non-ego. And by non-ego, they mean with the intention of the highest good, of the greater good. So your purpose does not need to be well defined explicitly. As long as you set the intention of making a choice from a place for the highest good, of the greater good, then you will be fine. It will be good. And Spirit wants to remind you that they acknowledge that your hesitancy and doubt is because you are concerned about making the right choice. And so they're acknowledging that. However, you're having the dreams you're having so that you're, again, being nudged and pushed to make a decision and to worry less and to trust that just because you have the intention of caring about and acknowledging your responsibility and your impact, and because you are insecure in this sense, and it shows like your sincerity, like you have a sincerity in you, and because you are sincere, that makes you a great leader. You would not use your power to take advantage of others or to put others down. You use your powers, again, responsibly and consciously. And so Spirit's kind of reminding you or its purpose, like the purpose of your dreams is to show you that as long as you're aligned with your higher self and with the intention for the higher good, of the greater good, then whatever you choose with your presented opportunities, it'll be fine. And your higher self will know. And with stranger here, it's saying that, again, to go beyond your own ego, go beyond what you think is right, yourself, your small, lowercase s self would think is right. Because what our human brains think are conditioned based off of our experiences that we've had, what we've learned and witnessed from other people. And so the purpose of your dream is to invite you to, again, move beyond your ego, your conditioned ego, so that you can see, and curiosity here, so you can see others, no matter how different they are, in a more open and inviting way. And if you trust that you are in your highest good, or if you, okay, not necessarily trust, scratch that. If you are tuned into your higher self, it'll be easier for you to notice and acknowledge the higher selves in other people. Because there's 8, and then 53 reduces down to 8 too. So yeah, going back to your own power, it's like the power of discernment. When you're tapped into your higher self, a place of balanced, healthy ego, you'll be able to see that in others, and that'll open you up to many possibilities. So when you are making choices, whether to go forward with a decision or not, if you remain tapped in to yourself, uppercase S self, then the highest good will come out of it. Then moving down to further messages of your dreams. We have healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. Yeah, so again, going back to your power, you have a power within you, whether that's, and the power is to be able to make choices. And this card is again going back to being conscious about the choices you make. Message from your dreams, what your dreams are trying to tell you is to, again, come from a place of compassion for not only yourself, but also for those around you, and extend this compassion towards even the earth. The power to give and receive healing. So yeah, so for some of you, it'll be more focused on you receiving compassion and love for yourself, and acknowledging the higher self of you. Oops, excuse me. And then for others, it's saying to extend love and compassion towards the earth and others around you. And again, going back to making decisions here, if you, having this view and vision and intention, again, will help you and guide you in whatever choices you need to make in your waking life. To come back to a place of like, what is the most loving thing? What is the most loving choice I can make right now? And sometimes it doesn't always appear the most loving thing, but again, that goes back to deconditioning whatever you think is loving, and tapping into the truth of what is actually love. Universal love. And it's less of acting and action love. It's more of the energy of love, the vibration of love, being in the vibration of love. Love is one of the highest vibrations, if not the highest. I think it may be after joy. But those are the two highest vibrations we can be at. And so if your dreams are showing you that when you're tapped into this place of love, then anything is good. Then the choices you make will be from love. Everything that comes from you is love, and so you don't need to be afraid of making a choice. And then with sacred action here, yeah, it's like release any doubt that you may have, whether it's towards yourself, whether it's towards an opportunity or decision you need to make, or people. Release any doubt and come back to your knowing, your third eye. And Spirit is with you. Perhaps you may be witnessing your spirit guides or some form of your spirit guides in your dreams. Spirit has your back. And I love this imagery. Oh, and they're both 8s here. So 8 and then 1 7 reduces down to 8. Look at the imageries here. How these two lovely faces just facing head forward, and the cheetah up here. The focus is steady. You don't have, like, no, your purpose is simply to be in your highest self, your highest good, and that'll translate outwardly. And I'm getting mixed things. So yes, some of you guys, it's more like trusting yourself. decisive focus. Yeah, when you're in your highest self and you trust yourself, you'll be able to make decisions like that. Like a cheetah, how fast a cheetah runs. Just like you'll be able to see your prey and go after it. You'll be able to see the right choice. And by right, I mean, again, for the highest good. It'll be easy. And perhaps your dreams are trying to tell you that it's sort of like showing you. It's showing you towards yourself. Yes, and with clairvoyance here too. It also reduces down to 8 here. Inspiration, interpretation, trust. So yeah, trust that what you envision and see, whether it's in your waking life or in your dreams, trust it. Trust that you are receiving these messages for a reason, and also that you are capable of interpreting them and finding your meaning. Whatever you feel and get and receive from your dreams, that is meant to be. That is of the highest good. So release any doubt. That's what your dreams are trying to tell you. Wow, I like how, look at these two. So these two outer priestesses are focusing inward towards the center priestess who is looking head straight forward. So your dreams are telling you to come back to, again, your highest self. Release doubt, trust yourself, know that coming from a place of compassion, that ultimately the highest good will come out. You may be psychic in some sort, in some way. And that's what your dreams are trying to tell you, is that you are psychic. You are having visions. You do have a purpose. And perhaps this group, those who have chosen this group, have been plagued with, again, some level of doubt. And that doubt comes from ego, from conditions, from fears of things that are unknown or strange to us. But again, overall messages from Spirit is to invite and nurture compassion. And it will be different for everyone listening here. Compassion, some people need to nurture more compassion towards themselves. Some people are ready to extend their compassion outward to people around them, and then even further to the earth, planet Earth. Oh, and with the amethyst here too, perhaps you may feel drawn or inclined to work with amethyst crystal. And close your eyes and breathe. Come into a place of peace and feel what amethyst, the messages that may send to you through your body, sensations or images. Again, with clairvoyance here. Maybe try, if you haven't already, try working with crystals, holding them, or any tools. She's scrying here with a bowl of water. So a message for you from your dreams is to perhaps tap more into your psychic abilities. Do not be afraid. Trust that you do. Everybody has psychic abilities. It's just some people are more tapped into it. And again, it goes back to tapping into your higher self and trusting that you are meant to receive what you are receiving, and you are meant to share what you are sharing, and it is for the highest good. And it's okay to share it, because you don't need to be afraid, because if you set the intention that those who need to hear what you have to say, or that you receive what you need to hear. Again, it can either be within yourself or outwardly, that it is for the highest good of the greater good. So yeah, maybe explore trying different tools that may help you feel more grounded and safe and ready to tap into your psychic abilities. So maybe you'll start reading oracle cards or tarot, or working with crystals or scrying. There's so many different tools and modalities we can utilize, many doors to the same place, and that place being the highest vibrations, and in this case of love, many doors to the same place. And with Saraswati heading into advice now from your dreams, what you can take away from your dreams. Saraswati is the right of Brahma, who is one of the three main deities in Hinduism. She's the goddess of creativity and inspiration. She presents herself at times when we are just hit with a burst of inspiration. And so advice from your dreams is to go forth with any creative endeavors you may have. Perhaps this is the decisions or the options and opportunities you've been presented with, and you were doubting it because of whatever applies to you, whatever conditions have been inhibiting you, fears, doubts. Saraswati is here to encourage you to go forth, and that she's with you in your pursuit, especially if it's a creative matter or endeavor, arts, music, cooking, anything really that involves creating, speaking, writing. Apply it to you. And then Kali, ending the reading with Kali. She's the goddess of destruction. Kind of the opposite of Saraswati, really. Destruction and disillusion. She kills the ego. Excuse me. Wow. Right when I said she kills the ego, I knocked over the light. Yeah, going back to the messages here, that's kind of a running theme throughout all of this. Your dreams are sort of are showing you or encouraging you to move past your ego. And in your dreams, a dream state is where we are out of our ego. And so your dreams that you're having are showing you all the possibilities, showing you that you are psychic, that you can trust, that you can create, that you can be open to other stranger things that you may not have been open to, that love is possible. And Kali, even though she may present herself and do the work she does in a seemingly violent way, it's coming from a place of love ultimately. It's like, this needs to end. Something needs to end, whether it's a thought pattern, a behavior. I'm getting more so with this group. It's a perspective. It's a way of seeing yourself and the world. So your dreams are showing you what is possible for you as a person. I'm getting this is more about you rather than external things. And the external factors that are showing up here are choices that you need to make. However, the struggle, and this is in your waking life, your waking dream. I like to think we're always dreaming, but yeah, when you're awake, it may be hard for you to make decisions, but in your dreams, it's showing you that you have the power, you're perfectly capable of it. It's just a matter of moving beyond what your waking conscious mind thinks and moving more deep into your subconscious that knows. Third eye, amethyst, third eye, the place where you know before you know. Okay, so group 1, that is your reading. That is what your dreams are trying to tell you. If that resonated, I'd like to hear about it. If you saw any other messages here too, again, you're psychic, right? This is what your dreams are trying to tell you. So perhaps you may have noticed something that resonated with you that I may not have said, of course, because you know your situation best. Ultimately, I'm just here channeling the message, but the most of the work in receiving these messages is you, the viewer. What do you get? What do you feel when you oh, I'm getting something else. So a message from your dreams is to pay attention to how you feel. So whatever you're dreaming, and it's going to be different for everyone, it doesn't matter what exactly you're dreaming about, but pay attention to how it makes you feel, how you react to it initially, and that'll point to your ego and your conditions. So when we react to things, that's like our first thought, our first bodily response, and then afterwards the subsequent thoughts, and when we start to think and feel and relax more, that's our truer self, or more of ourselves rather than the initial reaction. So your dreams are telling you to, or this is a good practice in general when you see your dreams, because it's our unconscious mind. So pay attention to how you feel when presented certain symbols, situations, people. That's a really good practice to pick up, and that'll help you interpret your dreams and do a lot of healing through that. Okay. So again, if it resonated, please let me know. If it didn't resonate, that's okay too. It just means it's not for you, or it's not for you yet. Feel free to pick another pile, pick another reading, maybe another reader. Awesome, either way. I send you all blessings and best wishes to you, Group 1. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be happy and peaceful. May you have all you need and live with ease and loving kindness. May you not suffer. May you be happy. Thank you. Hello Group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the green calcite crystal, we are going to look into what your dreams have been trying to tell you. Okay, so for these 3 cards will let us know what the purpose of your dreams are. In other words, why are you having the dreams that you're having at this time? Like of all times, why now? So we have Lay of the Land. It says Ancestral Wisdom, number 34. Next we have Lost Compass, Getting Back to Integrity with 35, 34, 35. And then lastly we have Magician's Sword, Confidence in Your Magic, 37. So, Group 2, the purpose of your dreams is to sort of give you guidance and insight in which you can use in your waking life. Okay, that sounds very broad, but we'll get more into it in a bit. So, I'm mostly looking at this, the center card here, lost compass, getting back to integrity. So perhaps there's some unalignment going on in your life, or it has happened in the recent past. And your dreams are presenting themselves to kind of show you, and we'll go into what your dreams mean, what they are in a bit. But the purpose of your dreams is to sort of like show you what hasn't been working in your life, what has been leading you or sort of encouraging you towards an imbalanced life, or off of your high path, the red path for you. Perhaps you're not entirely living in your truth in the waking life, and your dreams are showing themselves so that, are presenting themselves so that you can see that you aren't. Again, this is the insight and the guidance that they are providing, so that, and you can use that whichever way in your waking life, but the purpose of your dreams is to just provide this insight that, hey, something isn't working out, something isn't quite aligned. And then with these two cards on the side here, Lay of the Land and Magician's Sword, it's sort of like, again, going back to the purpose being guidance and insight, is to remind, okay, I'm getting, this is kind of tying into the rest of the messages too, as in like the meaning of your dreams. So perhaps you've been dreaming of memories in the past, and it could be your past life in your current life, or past lives or previous lives that you may have had, and that's where the ancestral wisdom comes from. And so, yeah, perhaps you've been dreaming about something that, of memories. You've been having memories in your dreams, whether they're from current or past lives, doesn't matter. But your dreams, they're presenting themselves this way so that you can remember. You can remember what you've gone through in the past, and by knowing what you've gone through in the past, it'll guide you back to what you can do next, what you're meant to do next. Yeah, with Magician's Sword, it's like confidence in your magic. It's like you've been through this before. You've been through this before. And so just the fact that you are alive, the fact that you're watching this video and listening to this message, means that you are alive. And you are very well off, because you have internet too. Not to say internet's the best thing, but you know, it's a privilege. And so Magician's Sword is kind of reminding me of, like, it's reminding me of multiple things. So it's like the Ace of Swords in tarot, also the Magician card too. So we have 3, 7 reducing down to 10, which reduces down to 1, which is the number of the Magician card, and also Ace of Swords. So lots of power in this, and energy coming from this card. And also 3 embodies the energy of creation, creativity, and then 7 is the spiritual number. So it's like creating from a place with spirit, like co-creating with spirit. The purpose of your dreams is to remind you that you are connected to not only this earthly plane and earthly worlds, but to many different dimensions, to many generations. It's in your DNA. You have wisdom within you. And so, again, the purpose of your dreams is to provide you this guidance, because perhaps in your waking life, you may be feeling lost, and only take that if it resonates. I'm feeling that's for most of the people who chose this group, but there may be some who just need to be reminded of your path, of your power, especially, that you have what you need. You have the wisdom within you. You have the tools you need and the opportunities to create what you want in the world, to create a better world and better subjective to whatever you see it as. The purpose of your dreams is to get you back on track, and it's through providing guidance and insight. And these 3 cards down here from the Priestess of Light Oracle deck are going to give us further meaning of your dreams. So it's kind of already getting it from the purpose here. But let's see here. Okay, so we have hostilities, conflict, unrest. It's number 31. All 30s. Another 30. 37. We have Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, grace. Beautiful. And then last we have adjustment, looking back. Yes, 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 yes. Moving forward, exactly. And that's with the number 24. Yes, so what your dreams, so going back to what I said earlier, perhaps you've been dreaming of things that have happened in your life, and you're remembering through your dreams what has happened. And some of the memories may have been painful things, just are difficult. It may be difficult to go through, to re-experience some of these things, because perhaps, yeah, they may have been hostile or violent or just unpleasant memories that you may not choose to revisit in your waking life. But your dreams are presenting themselves in this way so that you can revisit these experiences in a more higher state. Oh man. So yeah, going back to the purpose again too, it's like your dreams are bringing up these memories. I'm getting 2 different things, so that you can either remember the lesson that you had from them, or so that you can actually learn the lesson, because perhaps in the waking life, and it's understandable, it's valid to not want to go back to things that may have hurt us or have been uncomfortable or painful. But the dreams, in the dream state, it gives us the opportunity, at least for this group, it's giving you the opportunity to face these conflicts, face these situations that are difficult, so that, again, either you can learn from them or you can remember what you learned from them. And that insight will help you in your waking life, if you choose to hone that power and confidence. Use that wisdom as your confidence. Yeah, and with Divine Mother here, nurturing compassion, it's like you've had these experiences, these situations that weren't, again, they weren't pleasant by any means. However, you had to, this is the lesson, is what I'm saying. The lesson is to see the situation through eyes of compassion, whether that's towards yourself, whether that's towards another person or anybody else or anything else that's involved in this situation. It'll be different for everybody, but the lesson here is to see it from a place of love. And perhaps there's forgiveness that needs to be. And I'm getting a feeling for some, maybe most of the people who chose this group, this conflict and unrest may not have been resolved. And so, again, the lesson is to see a different perspective, and that's the resolution. Sometimes we can't change circumstances We can't control other people or things, anything external of us, of our consciousness, we cannot control. And so the lesson of these memories that are showing up in your dreams is to change you. Whether that's loving yourself more, setting boundaries, or loving the other person. And it's all the same too. Like when you love yourself, it's so much easier to love another, even if they've caused us harm or suffering. It's like this is what we have control over, is ourselves, is how we see the situation. And here in the image, she's looking away from the hostility. She's looking away from it. They both have moons in them. Wow, this imagery is very powerful. But I'm getting that in many cases, for the people who've chosen this group, being compassionate and being loving is turning away from battles, from conflict, from people from situations that disturb harmony and peace. Sometimes that is the most compassionate thing to do, is to turn away and walk away. Set that boundary again. Wow. I'm feeling for this group. And yes, so with adjustment too, it says looking back, moving forward. So yes, so that just confirms the whole message about your dreams being like, I'm getting from most of the people, if not all of the people who chose this group, your dreams are, again, memories. And they're opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to look back in order to move forward. Yes, again, going back to the purpose of your dreams, which is to provide guidance and insight so that you can use that wisdom in your waking life to move forward, looking back to move forward. Instead of moving on, which in moving on, sort of, what's it called? The connotation of moving on is that you cut off the past. You just like forget it so that you can, and then you kind of like live your life ignorantly without learning from the past lessons. Moving forward, however, is acknowledging the past. Yeah, and look, she's like looking here. So looking back at these memories, at what you've learned, so that you can move forward. And these two cards are representing advice that you can take away from your dreams, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. So yeah, moving forward to this future advice, using the confidence that you've learned from your history, from your past. Getting back to integrity, by being compassionate. Yeah, again, you hold your integrity by setting boundaries, proper boundaries. You don't allow other lower vibrational situations to take your energy. You choose a higher vibration rather than fighting, rather than fear, rather than pride and arrogance. You choose love, which is of the highest vibration. Wow. And then for some advice that you can take away from your dreams into your waking life, we have Vata in reverse. Okay, and Shiva, when I saw this come out, I was thinking, okay, there are definitely people watching my videos, and it makes me smile because it feels great to tap in, especially after doing some of the other videos. Like, I know who I'm reading for at this point, and you guys are some strong ass independent ass, weirdo ass, and weird in the highest way ever, unique people. So yeah, I'll get to Shiva in a little bit, but Vata in reverse, it's again going back to the purpose of your dreams is to sort of ground you in what you know already. It's either what you know already or what at least you subconsciously know that this is what you need. This right here. And so with Vata, it's sort of like an energy of ungroundedness. Lots of ungrounded air energy. Too much in the headspace perhaps. And not enough grounding in gratitude, in compassion, in the more earthly energy. And so that's some advice here too, is in your waking life, find ways to stay grounded. Perhaps there is a lot going on in your life, and that's what's causing unrest and conflict, because there's so many things, and it's like you have to deal with inevitably when there's lots of things going on, there's just a lot of energy, and we're humans, and we're limited in our physical capacity. And so Vata in reverse is advice from your dreams to ground in some way, whether that's going outside in nature, putting your feet in the earth, meditating, imagining your growing roots. Yeah, but apply it to you. What helps you feel grounded? Maybe that's taking a bath, eating certain foods. That's advice for you. And then Shiva. Oh, this guy has come out in numerous readings, and sometimes even numerous times in the same reading. So yeah, advice for you in your waking life, as advice from your dreams for your waking life, is to follow your authentic path. Don't worry what other people have to say. Even again, if it causes conflicts, if people don't agree with you, it's like Shiva is the first yogi because he chose to isolate himself on a mountain and practice sadhana, his yoga practice. And people called him crazy because he was the first one to ever do something like this. And maybe, and this is just an example, it will be different for everybody. Maybe you walking away from a situation or setting a boundary is new to the people or situations you're dealing with. And so they may have some words to call you or to say about you. They may call you a madman, or they may call you arrogant, or whatever. However, the truth is, and the advice is to just remember that as long as you're being authentic to yourself, that's the highest good of the greater good. Even if it's causing temporary harm to some people, setting boundaries is ultimately good if it's going to bring you peace. And again, it'll disrupt other people, but that's temporary. Ultimately, they will move on. They will learn that, like, okay, this is for the better, because they'll find peace too, hopefully. We always hope for peace to everybody and any being, no matter what they do or say to us. So yeah. Whew. Okay. Well, group 2, that was your reading. If it resonated, would love to hear if it did. And if you feel comfortable, you can share what your dreams are. It could be a memory, that's what I'm getting from most people. Or it can, again, if you don't remember the memory specifically, it could be from a past life, so apply it to you. And if it didn't resonate, that's okay. It just means that the message wasn't for you, or it's not for you yet. Feel free to check another pile, another reading, another reader, or come back to this reading at another time. It might resonate at another time. These readings are timeless. But regardless, we'll send you with some blessings. Good luck to you, group 2. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be happy and peaceful. May you have all you need and live with ease and loving kindness. May you not suffer. May you be happy. Thank you. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose the black tourmaline crystal, this will be your reading. We will ask, what have your dreams been trying to tell you? Okay. These first 3 cards from the Shaman's Dream Oracle will let us know what the purpose of your dreams at this moment are. In other words, why are you having these dreams at this time? What are they trying to offer in your life, to say the least? And then these 3 cards from the Priestess of Light Oracle deck will give us the meaning of your dreams. So what do your dreams mean? What are the messages they're trying to share to you? And it also may give us some insight as to what you're dreaming about. So we'll see once we get there. And then these 2 cards from the Yogic Path deck will give us advice from your dreams, in which you can use in your waking life. Okay, so for the first 3 cards, for the purpose of your dreams, we have the Wall, obstacles. That's the number 56, which reduces down to 11, which reduces further down to 2. Next we have Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. Number 20 or 2. And third, we have Covenant, sacred contract. Number 7. Okay, so I'm getting that the purpose of your dreams is to sort of display all the potential options you have. It's like, it's almost similar to another pile because they also got the Covenant. I won't say which one, but perhaps you have many options or are in the process of making choices in your life, and then your dreams are presenting themselves to you so that you can see what is out there, like trying to show you that there is more beyond what you think you have to choose. So yes, I'm getting that from Feast of Plenty here, choices and their consequences. So the purpose of your dreams is to remind you that yes, you have many choices, many possibilities, and it's sort of like reminding you. It's very similar to another pile, so perhaps you came from another pile too. Let me know. But this card is reminding you that whatever you choose, there is always a consequence. There's always some repercussions that come from your choice, whether positive, negative, however. And sometimes we don't even know how our choices impact the world or the higher good, but it does. And so what I'm seeing here is like, I'm seeing these 2 sort of as potential choices. So you can either face a wall, face obstacles, and then from then it's like, how do you choose to overcome these obstacles? Do you even attempt to overcome these obstacles? Those are part of the choices. So again, there's like a number of choices just from this card. It's like, do you choose to see the wall? Do you acknowledge the wall and find a way around it? Acknowledge it and just let it be? Let it inhibit you? What is your choice when faced with obstacles? And I was like, when I saw, I'll talk about it later, but Ganesha is here too. We'll get into him later on, but it's definitely everything is tied in this reading. And this is another potential choice: covenant, sacred contract. It's sort of like your divine path, like your purpose. It's like, do you choose to allow the wall or obstacles to get in your way of what your path is, what the highest truth is, what you're meant to do? And then, yeah, consider what the consequence of that would be. So again, the purpose of your dreams is to show you again that things can go either way, and it all depends on how conscious you make your choice. It's all within your consciousness. How do you, like, walls aren't, and obstacles aren't inherently bad. Sometimes they're necessary. Oh my gosh, I really want to talk about Ganesha, but we'll get into him later. He's just like radiating under this candlelight. But yeah, it's like, again, going back to the message, obstacles aren't inherently bad. It depends on how you perceive it within your consciousness. When you're presented, when you're on your sacred path, when you have a goal and you're on the path towards that goal, when you're faced with an obstacle or something gets in your way or slows you down or forces you to change completely, how do you take that? How do you react and respond to that? Not just react, but respond. That's where the choices come in. So again, it's like, do you choose to see it as a tower moment, as horrible? I mean, even the tower isn't inherently bad. So yeah, it's like, look at that. It's the purpose of your dream is to remind you that you always have a choice. Even if it doesn't seem like it. You always have a choice, and whatever you choose has a consequence. So you can either choose to see the bad, you can either choose to see the good, you can either choose to see neutral, you can choose to see unpleasant or pleasant or neutral. And whatever you choose, again, will have some sort of impact in some way. Everything depends on everything. And then here, these 3 cards representing the meanings of your dreams. From the Priestess of Light Oracle, we have grateful optimism, joyous view of the future. 51 or 6. And then here we have portal, infinite mind, awakening consciousness. Yes. This is all. I did see the cards beforehand, but I read intuitively, so I don't look at the messages in depth until now. Innovation, new creations, the number 20 or 2. So we go from 1 to 2. So I'm looking at the imagery. I always like to look at the imagery here. So these 2 priestesses are looking towards here, the innovation, new creations. So it's going back to the notion of choice. It's like you choose where you set your focus, your drishti in yogic term, yoga philosophy. There's the tenet of drishti, your point of focus, your gaze, which helps you balance in any posture. The concentration, that's a choice. You can either choose to focus on optimism. You can either choose to see things positively and be grateful and see the joy in everything and the silver linings in everything. You can choose to see all the possibilities, not just the wall, but you can see what's beyond the wall too. And this is like, it's like even if you can't see it, this is like the faith. I'm getting faith from this card. I'm just seeing like with how she's holding her hands up, it kind of reminds me of being at church and praising up to spirit. So it's like, again, going back with the wall, it's like even if you can't see what good is to come from a specific choice, you can have that faith. And so the meanings of your dreams is to show you, again, possibility. It's like you can't see it in your waking life. That involves a lot of faith. When you can't see things but you still believe it, that's faith. But in your dreams, it's actually showing you what can be. And what can be is new creations, innovation, anything, possibility. When you invent something, it's an invention because it's created never before. It hasn't been created before. And so oftentimes everything is impossible until it's done for the first time. And then it's like, all right, there's already a blueprint. It's been done before. And so your dreams, perhaps you've been seeing in your dreams things that you want or things that you dream about consciously. Like in your waking life, you say, oh, that would be great to have that kind of life. That would be great to have that kind of relationship, or this kind of money, or this, live in this place, or this and that, or to be this way. Whatever your dream is consciously, that's what you're also seeing in your subconscious dream, in the dream state. And yeah, so again, the purpose of your dreams is to put this in your face. And it's like inviting you and challenging you even to challenging with Ganesha here, challenging you to choose to see this. And knowing that by choosing to see possibility, by choosing to see your dreams as a potential, as a real potential to manifest, the consequence is that it will manifest. Another message I'm getting is that your dreams are trying to tell you that walls are necessary, obstacles are necessary and inevitable. And sometimes I'm learning this, especially now, I'm seeing it more clearly now that I've been on my own spiritual enlightenment, but starting to see things that come in our way, more negative situations or walls, obstacles, as like not necessarily a test from spirit, but it's like spirit, I see it as a game, me personally. It's like spirit puts, with Ganesha, I'm just going to talk about Ganesha now. Ganesha, he's the god of, and the remover of obstacles, but he also places obstacles in people's way so that they can overcome them themselves. It's like allowing the student to learn themselves rather than giving them the answers. Ganesha will put obstacles in front of you, in front of people, so that you can learn how to overcome them, so that you can change your perspective and see the obstacle as, oh, there's an obstacle. It doesn't mean that that's the end of your dream. it just means it's an obstacle. It's like seeing things more neutrally rather than labeling with the binary good, bad, this or that. Ganesha's saying like it's all of that. And again, going back to the message, is like like once you start seeing obstacles as like a fun challenge or like part of the journey, part of the path, it makes manifesting what you want, your dreams, your conscious dream, easier, so much easier. And I'm looking at this, it's like your dreams is protected. It's the reason why you have your dreams is because your soul signed up for it. Your soul signed up for this dream to come true. And so any obstacles, anything that comes in the way of it is only, again, it's a part of the process. It's a part of you getting to your dream. You may have to go through certain things in order to learn certain lessons, certain skill sets, in order to meet certain people, which would help you get to your dream manifesting. So your dreams have been trying to tell you to enjoy the process. Things are happening. Your dreams are valid. And your dreams are true. That's why you're seeing them in your conscious life and your subconscious. When your conscious and subconscious are aligned, that's very potent. That's a very potent state to be in. Because not everybody is aligned in their conscious and subconscious. But your dreams are the reason why you're seeing what you want in your waking life, what you dream in your waking life, what you wish in your waking life, is you see it in your dreams because your dreams are validating that that is a valid dream. That's what your soul truly wants and needs even. And again, going back to the wall, it's like, I love this card in this spread because it's like the wall sometimes is what you need, so that this is just an example, so that you can build maybe mental resilience. Maybe you got a bad review on something and that can be perceived, that's a wall, that's an obstacle. But you can also see it as like, okay, there's feedback there. Or also like saying, okay, thank you, that's that person's perception. Like seeing it from a place of gratitude more. Someone's like saying negative things about you, that's like, you can also see that as a testament. Like people are willing to give their energy at all, even if it's to put you down. It's like, thank you for that comment, thank you for taking the time to leave a comment, or thank you for taking the time to put a thumbs down and give me one view. Like, this is just an example. Like, instead of seeing dislikes, instead of seeing other people's judgments or words or whatever other obstacles that may inhibit us from proceeding forward, instead of seeing that as evidence that we aren't worthy of our dreams, see it as the opposite. It's like, because people are giving you that attention, even if it's negative, it's like, that's fine. And I'm not saying like if you're getting more dislikes than likes, then maybe there's something you should check and you should maybe pay attention to what you're putting out there. However, I'm saying more so like if it's just one person, and this is just an example, so apply it to your situation. But to continue with the example, it's like if there's just one person who says something bad about you, you can see that as a wall. It's like, oh, it sucks to hear. It really does. But there's also like maybe 50 other people who gave positive comments or likes and whatever. So again, it's about choosing how you see things. seeing the pleasancy in everything, the potential, just holding your vision, again, drishti, holding your vision. In your dreams, you're seeing what you want. You're seeing what you can create. Whereas in your waking life, you may not see it because it hasn't happened yet. But your dreams is sort of like, it's like showing you, it's like simulating your dream so that you feel even more motivated in your real life and you believe in it more because you felt it. And when you, it's so much easier to manifest things when you are in the vibration of the thing you want to manifest. Because spirit knows that like you're capable of handling that energy of having this thing. In Svadhyaya here in reverse. So Svadhyaya is self-study, also study of sacred texts. It's one of the niyamas. Niyamas, which is the second limb of the 8 limbs of yoga. Okay, but basically, this message is advice for you from your dreams, in which you can use in your waking life. And so, yeah, it's saying like really look at yourself, figure yourself out, know yourself well enough that whatever comes your way, it doesn't matter. Know what you want and what you need. Be secure in that. And if you don't know, take the time to figure it out and be clear on who you are, what you stand for, what you represent, what your purpose is, what your intention is, so that when obstacles do come, when it's inevitable, then you'll come from a place of like groundedness and peace and knowing that like, okay, it's like non-attached to your ego. Like you don't get offended or you don't take things personally because you would know yourself. So the advice is to really tap into yourself, ground yourself in yourself. Know, define yourself so that other people cannot. Or like they can try, but ultimately you know yourself best. And again with Ganesha here, it's funny because when I was shuffling this deck before doing this reading, I shuffled and then too many cards came out and one of them was Ganesha, and so I put them all back in and I thought in my head, I was like, oh man, if Ganesha came out, that would be really funny, or not funny, interesting, because I saw this card, the wall card, and then he did. I asked for one card and Ganesha came out. I was like, wow. But yeah, so advice for you is again to trust that your spirit has your back. Ganesha has your back. Anything that's placed in your way or taken away is meant to be. It's part of your higher purpose. And again, he's reminding you that ultimately you will get what you need. You will get what is for your highest good. And I'm getting that for most of the people in this group, if not all, you will get what you're dreaming of. Ganesha's advising you and telling you that your dream is valid and that you will get it, and that any obstacles, any blocks that he places or takes away is part of that. It's all a part of it. And so coming to a place of, again, seeing things optimistically and seeing the joy in having to overcome an obstacle, it will make the process so much more fun. And you'll learn a lot about yourself. This is an awesome message for you, Group 3. So if that resonated, I'd love to hear about it. If you feel comfortable, you can share what your dreams are. And if it didn't resonate, that's okay too. Just means the message wasn't for you, or it's not for you yet. Feel free to pick another pile, choose another reading or another reader. And yeah. Send you all off with some blessings. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be happy and peaceful. May you have all you need and live with ease and loving kindness. May you not suffer. May you be happy.